Hello, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the market column brought to you by the Value Flow Trading Team. Trust our night was very fine. So this morning we are going to be starting with the precious metal analysis, and from there we go straight to Japan to see what is going on with the yen basket, and from there we move to dollar analysis and the other dollar correlated pair for today being Friday, the 4th of July, 2025. So without much ado, let's quickly start with the analysis of the precious metal. All right, so we are going to begin from the weekly time frame. Before we go into the analysis proper, try as much as possible to invite your friends, your colleagues. Share the link as much as you can with everyone that you know. Share the link as much as you can with everyone that you know. Do that very, very fast. Share the link as much as you can. All right, so let's quickly go straight into the analysis as you share the link. Okay, so for the precious metal, if you look at it, gold has been in a bullish trend so far. We've been seeing it, buying all the way. However, this week also happens to be a buy week. If you look at the weekly candle right on the screen, you're going to observe we have a very buy moment, since the beginning of the week. However, yesterday at the release of NFP. Now, yesterday was a very, very amazing day because NFP, we used to know it to be a Friday news, but yesterday it came out to be on a Thursday for NFP. All right. So today, looking at our charts on the weekly time frame, we've discovered yes, we are still very much bullish for the precious metal all the way to the upside. If you look at it very well, we are still very much bullish. However, for the past few weeks now, since the 28th of April, we've been in a consolidation. So that has been a very, critical moment if you look at it from the weekly time frame to determine where exactly are we heading to. But since it's a consolidation on the weekly time frame, on lower time frame, you tend to buy sell high and buy low, sell high, buy low, particularly on lower time frame like 1 hour, 15 minutes. So you begin to do all that there. But if you look at it from the daily perspective, that gives us some level of clarity also. As you can see, it's not forming higher high, neither does it form a lower low. This was the only level where we see price form lower low, which was 15th of May. And since that time, we've seen it, remain in a consolidation state, which we are still of the opinion that there's high tendency to break to the upside. But before the uptrend, before price breaks to the upside, we use a trend line just to keep us on track to know where exactly we are heading to for the precious metal. And if you look at what we have on the trend line, remember our analysis sometimes on Monday, we said we are expecting price to come all the way down, and it tested the trend line. And as you can see, we are still expecting price to keep moving all the way to the upside. Okay, now if you look at it right now, we still expect price to come a little bit to the upside because this was our analysis for the week. But as at yesterday, during the release of NFP, we see price gave a sell structure to the downside, and we begin to see price, moving more to the downside. But let's go to the 4-hour time frame to see where exactly price is heading to on the 4-hour time frame. All right, if you look at the 4-hour time frame, you are going to see that after our analysis for the buy since on Monday, we've been expecting a bullish market, which is what is playing out. I said for yesterday that NFP was out and we see a weak precious metal. We are still expecting price to still push a little bit more into this 4-hour order block that we have just sitting at this top here, and you can see more of a flip zone around this level. So that is where we are still expecting price to rally into. However, right now we can see that price pull back a bit and now it's sitting more here. Before we go to the lower time frame to analyze our entry and the likes, from the 4-hour perspective, there's high tendency we see something like this today or into next week. We are going to see something like this all the way to the upside. All right. So this is what we may be seeing moving forward from next week. Something like this, price coming all the way into this level to bounce from this trend line, and we see it come all the way into this level here. All right. So that is that for the 4-hour time frame. So let's go to the 1 hour to see what is playing out on gold. And as you can see on the 1 hour time frame, we are still very much bullish all the way to the upside. But yesterday, we see structure within structure that we are seeing more of a market structure shift inside here because of this move. However, until you see any signature for sell, that is when we are going to take a short sell. And the sell is going to be to this trend line that we drew all the way from the weekly time frame. All right, because we know we are very bullish on the precious metal. So if price is going to come all the way down, it's going to get to this level. And as you can see, that happens to be more of as you can see, is an order block on the daily time frame. So let's pick that out here. You can see that price is most likely, yes, I won't pick this because there is another one right below with a fair value gap. So I'm going to be picking this as a reference point for price to come into. All right, price should bounce from this level back to the upside. Okay, so this is it for the precious metal if we are looking to long it again. So this is going to be the level where I'll be willing to long the precious metal because of the fair value gap and the other block that we have here. And also we are seeing more of a flip zone somewhere around this level if you can view it well. All right, so this is the flip zone here. You can see this particular level here is more of a flip zone. So when price trades to that level, we are going to expect much of a buy from this point all the way back up. Now let's go to the 15-minute time frame to draw a conclusion on what is expected to happen right away. Now, yesterday after the sell, as you can see, yesterday happens to be a very good day if you are selling the precious metal. So as you can see, we've been seeing price, tank all the way since yesterday. However, where exactly are we going to short from again? So the best thing to do is try and draw your Fibonacci retracement just to see from the last move to the upside, which is from this high, draw it all the way to the downside to see where exactly is price expected to react from. And if you can see, price is currently at the 68% fib level, which is also a good place to short if there is a signature there. Yes, we see one somewhere around this level here, but I would love to still go to my 1 hour to check out for more confirmation. All right, now if you look at the 1 hour, we have not seen any clear real move that way. Instead, I'm saying that price is most likely to come to the 78% fib level before coming down. And this is it here. This is it at this level here. You can see this is the shoulder here. So we expect price to still come all the way to the 78% fib level. Then we can begin to short the precious metal the more. All right, so that is it for the precious metal, even from the 15-minute time frame. Now, if we go to the 78% fib level on the 15-minute time frame, we are going to observe that price still has more room there. Yes, price is currently reacting at this flip zone that we have here, which is this support that is now playing out to be a resistance. So we expect that, yes, if we see clear move there, we may want to follow through to the downside. However, I'm of the opinion that we may see price come to, retrace more into the full of this order block, the eye of it, then we can now see sell signature around that zone to follow all the way to the downside. And remember, if you are selling to the downside, know where you are going to sell to is going to be at the trend line, the daily trend line all the way. So that is it for the precious metal, all through for the for the London session. By afternoon, we are going to have a recap of what has played out so far for the precious metal. Now, a quick one to keep on to see what is going on the yen basket. Now, for the yen basket, if you look at it, our analysis for the week is we're expecting the yen basket to long. We're expecting a long of the yen basket, which simply implies that we want to see a sell to buy kind of signature. It should retrace all the way to take out this current liquidity point and start buying. But since Monday, we've been seeing that even at the open of the market, that has been when price has been itching to the upside all through since Monday. You can see this Monday, this Tuesday, but on Wednesday, we begin to see the short of it. So for it to come and play out what our analysis really is. So what is it that we are expecting? We are expecting price to come and take out this low, because one thing we know about the yen basket is whenever it creates liquidity, is known to go back to grab it before moving in its expected direction. And since we've been expecting that maybe after a year of all the consolidation that it has done since last year, July, then maybe this year we are going to see the long again, such as it did last year, July. So we are expecting from next week a long on the yen basket. So we want to see a sell to buy. Our buyers still remain the same since Monday, sell to buy for the yen basket, which is going to be in turn for the yen correlated pair a buy to sell. All right, so let's quickly look at that. If you see it from the 4-hour time frame, you are going to observe that price has been also in a consolidating form, but we see it pull all the way back because it couldn't break this high, which is still giving us the impression that there's still more room for price to sell for it to now begin its buy move. And remember, our buy move is all the way into the weekly order block and this fair value gap. We are very optimistic about that one. Now, if that is our expectation on the yen basket, what exactly should we now look out for the other yen correlated pair, particularly GBP, JPY, and the other yen correlated pair? Now, if you look at it for GBP, JPY, you are going to observe that all we have right now for GBP, JPY, we've seen how that price is currently attempting to trade into this particular shoulder level. So I'm still of the opinion we are still going to see JPY, JPY push a little bit more to the upside to clear all this liquidity before the next round of sales, such as it did sometimes last year with this move. All right. So if you look at the daily time frame of GBP, JPY, that is also telling us a very sweet story that is still very much bullish because we've not seen a market structure shift. Instead, we are seeing a trend line being respected. You can see how that price has been bouncing from this level. So it's giving us a confirmation that we are still very much bullish. Yesterday was a very bullish day for GBP, JPY, and I'm still expecting today to still play out the same way. What is going on right now is more of a pullback. All right. And if you observe GPGPY well, it's been respecting the daily order blocks, such as we have here too. So I'm expecting price to tap proper into this order block and we resume the buy all the way to the upside. So let's check on the 4-hour time frame for GPJPY. Now, if you look at the 4-hour time frame, yes, it's showing us that we have a kind of market structure shift. But if you look at the overall move, you are going to observe that price is still bouncing off uh, the trend line. However, we have a fair value gap that has been marked here sometimes last 2 weeks ago. So we expect that when price, if by any means price get to this trend line, we are going to see more like a week into this level and continuation. But right now, what exactly are we seeing in the market? Because if you look at this current move, how that price bought all the way to take out this high, then the best thing we are going to do is just use your Fibonacci tool and draw your retracement all the way to that level from this place. So if you draw your retracement all the way to that level, you are going to observe where is price coming to. Is coming to the 50% fib level, which is still the fair value gap, both left and right are FUD. And when price get there, we look at opportunity to continue the long. And go to your 15-minute time frame, you are going to observe the same level. This is it here. So we are expecting price to still, sell a little bit more into this flip zone that we have here, one, and also it is going to tap this 15-minute order block and continue its buy. But where price is right now, there is still room a little bit to come down. So when price come all the way to these levels that we have here, this zone that we have here, then you look for opportunity to buy when you see your buy signature. What is our buy signature? Bullish engulfing, and we get it all the way to the upside. All right. So that is that for GBP JPY. And lastly, as we call it today, for AUD JPY, we are going to see that one too. We have similar price action for AUD JPY as it has been selling all the way to the downside. You can see the whole move. For AUD JPY, we have consolidation and we have the final breakout. Just as we said, sometimes on Monday, that price will come and clear all this liquidity at the upside. So what we are expecting is you can easily just help yourself draw out your Fibonacci right from this low to this level and see where price is currently at. If we do that right now, you are going to observe price currently is around this zone here, which is approaching our 61% fib level. So allow price to get to the 61% fib level. Let's put that somewhere here and go to 15 minutes to check where exactly price is, and we wait for it around that level. So this is our 61% fib level here. So let's wait to see how price take out liquidity around this level, and we begin to buy when we see the buy signature form around that place. And just as you can see, this is a shoulder, a sweep, and we've seen a break. So there's high tendency price come all the way to take out yesterday low, and we see buy signature will follow through. So that is that for the market color this morning for the precious metal and also the yen basket and the yen correlated pair. If there's any question, I'll quickly take one or two before we move into the analysis of the dollar and the other dollar correlated pair. Someone said, what about 1 minute? Sorry, we don't do 1 minute here. We like peace and not a problem. All right, 1 minute we give you more tension and say, is there a burst pattern on gold for a sell? Sorry, I don't do that on 1 minute. But if you look at the 15 minutes, we've not really seen that on 15 minutes. So what we are expecting for gold so far is that price should get all the way into the levels we are expecting, which is the flip zone that we are expecting exactly, which is somewhere here. So this, I'm not calling this, there's no burst pattern here. There's no any burst pattern here. If you see it, it's there. If it's not there, it's not there. But right now, what we are still expecting is price coming all the way into this other block here. Then we begin to short all the way down when we see our entry signature. But right now, we are still seeing a buy momentum that price is still mostly to go up and get to this other block. When price gets here and form a buy signature, we can easily sell all the way to the downside. So that is going to be all for the first session, which is the precious metal and the yen basket and yen correlated pair. So just stay tuned. In the next 1 to 2 minutes, we'll be having Cynthia come up for the analysis of the dollar and the dollar correlated pair. To meet again by 2 p.m. 2 p.m. I'm Nick Conchiemi. Cheers and God bless. Stay tuned. Thank you.
Welcome back to the second segment of today's market color session. And that was such a wonderful analysis from Nikon Goldmaster. Right, if you have not invited your friends yet for this market color session, kindly do so. Spread the information across board. Share on your various social media platforms, WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook, and what have you, so that this can get to as many people as possible and you can get to participate in what we have ongoing here. So for this segment, I'll be analyzing the XY, GBP USD, and Euro USD before we call it a day, or a morning rather, because we will be coming up by 2 p.m. for the recap. Okay, while we're still doing that, we'll just head straight to the charts to save time. Starting off with the XY on the monthly time frame, nothing has changed per se from what we've been seeing for weeks right now. We're seeing price maintaining its bullish direction, the sweep of this liquidity, and we're even seeing more push to the downside. Please, if you can hear me, kindly type in the chat box so that you can hear me clearly. And on the weekly time frame also, we've seen a clear of this very low, the low at 100.045. We've seen a clear of this low, and we're seeing even more bearish moves. On the daily time frame, favoring this most recent swing from point A to point B, all we want to see price do is retrace at least into 61.8% fib level and keep selling off that point. Down to the 4-hour time frame, I can spot a classic box pattern, shoulder at 99.067, a sweep to the upside, break to the downside. All we want to see price do is retrace all the way to 99.067 on the 4-hour time frame. And to narrow it down on the 1-hour time frame, it's pretty much the same thing. I've spotted another one right here, box pattern, shoulder, right, at 97.982. This is way closer. A sweep to the upside, we've seen a break to the downside. We want to see price retracing into 97.982. Overall, I'm looking out for sales on the XY, but of course, a buy to sell, a buy into this very left shoulder right here that we mentioned at 97.982 on the 1-hour time frame, and a sell off these very points down to GBP USD. The monthly time frame, you can see that the overall direction is actually bearish. Then we've seen price taking out this very high right here at 1.34198. Down to the weekly time frame, we can actually see that price is at a premium level, and at premium, we're interested in selling, right? And of course, take note that the sell is just short term. We're coming down to the daily time frame, fibbing this most recent swing from point A to point B, we can actually see that price retraced into 50% fib level, held off that point, and we're seeing some push to the upside. On the 4-hour time frame, I can spot our classic box pattern that we usually use for analysis right here. The shoulder right here at 1.35335, a sweep to the downside. We've seen a break to the upside. All I want to see price do is retrace into this very left shoulder on the 4-hour time frame. So I'm looking out for buy opportunities on GBP USD, but this is what I want to see price do. Retrace into this very left shoulder, right? And once price trades into this level, I'm looking out to continue riding the buy on GBP USD. Last on my list, being Euro USD. Monthly time frame, we're seeing a sweep of this very liquidity right here, all the way to the upside, down to the weekly time frame. Price is presently at premium, and at premium, we're interested in selling. On the daily time frame, seeing the price is at premium, I am going to flip this most recent swing from point A to point B. And what am I looking out to achieve? I want to see price retracing to 61.8% fib level. And once price holds of this point, because 61.8% fib level is actually discount level, and we always want to buy at discount. Our prices currently is at premium, and at premium we're interested in selling. This sell is just some retracement of this very level all the way to 61.8% fib level, the discount level, OT and what have you. So once price retraces into this very level on the daily time frame, I'm interested in taking buys on Euro USD. Down to the 4-hour time frame. The 4-hour time frame, pretty much this is what I want to see price do. I want to see price retrace into this very other block. The other block at 1.16028. Once price trades into this level and I look out for my entry signature, my second point of interest will be this left shoulder on the 4-hour time frame. Shoulder at 1.15159. A sweep to the downside. We've seen a break to the upside. All we want to see price do is trade into the left shoulder on the 4-hour time frame. So I have 2 points of interest as to where I want to, take my buy opportunities from on Euro USD. The first is this 4-hour order block at 1.16028, and my second point of interest is 1.15179. So let's see if we can see any sell opportunities, except you're willing to wait for price to get all the way to this level. On the 15-minute time frame, what I'll be looking out for is the box pattern strategy, and I can't spot that yet. Do take note that once I spot my entry signature for the short-term sell on Euro USD, I will be dropping a markup on our Telegram group. So if you're not there yet, we will be dropping the link, and you should take the opportunity to join the Telegram group. At this point, we'll be taking questions, or if you have a different bias from what has been analyzed, please type in the chat box. If you have questions, if you're not clear on the analysis so far, you can also type in the chat box. For GBP USD on the 1-hour time frame, someone just asked if there's a box pattern on 1-hour time frame. Well, for seeing that we want to see price retracing into the left shoulder on the 4-hour time frame, I can actually spot a box pattern for a sell. Of course, we want to see price selling off this very left shoulder before taking the buy opportunity. So that's what I'm saying. There's a box pattern for a sell shoulder at 1.37368. Sweep to the upside, break to the downside. We want to see price retracing into this left shoulder. So this is what we want to see price do. This is what price should do. Trade into this left shoulder, and then once price gets there, I'm willing to sell off into this level. On the 4-hour time frame, seeing that I want to take the sell opportunity, so the left shoulder on the 4-hour time frame, so I will sell off into 1.35348. And once price gets there, I should be willing to exit the trade and start looking out for buy opportunities on GBP USD. So it's literally a sell to buy for GBP USD and Euro USD, and for the XY, a buy to sell. Please, if there are more questions, do well to ask, do well to type in chat box. I hope that was clear. Peeps don't lie. Okay, while I'm still waiting for a response, we will be coming to the city of Abuja on 2nd of August for the Traders Bootcamp 2025. If you're yet to register, there are very limited slots available. It is an exclusive event. So you can chat us up on 081 1699 5030 on how to go about the registration. It's going to be an amazing time. We have a lineup of speakers we're going to be having a very good time together. All right, again, for more inquiries on how to go about the registration for the Traders Bootcamp Abuja 2025, send us a message on 081 1699 5030, preferably on WhatsApp. Thank you very much. Cheers and God bless. Yes, we're still in Zaria. We're still in Zaria. So do have an amazing trading day. See you by 2 p.m. for the New York market color session, a recap. It's more like it's going to be a recap. Again, if there are no questions coming in, we'll meet by 2 p.m. Cheers and God bless.